All right, Sagittarians, how you doing today? Thanks for stopping by Sunshine for the Soul. So happy you could hang out with me for a little while. So we are looking at your fall equinox reading. We know that fall is a time of reaping the harvest. We're bringing into fruition all the rewards that we have invested in, seeds that we planted. We nurtured those seeds. We made sure they had adequate sunlight and water. We tended to certain things in our lives so that we could evolve and place ourselves in a position that allows us more satisfaction and more fulfillment. So star seeds, on our journey of self-discovery, also called the ascension process or spiritual awakening, we go through a hard time of healing and growth while we're becoming more self-aware, while we're getting more in touch with our higher selves, back in touch with the universe. And now is the time for integration. Fall is the time to reap the harvest of everything we learned, and it's time to take action. What area of our lives can we fall back in love with? What action can we take? Bringing ourselves back into alignment and in balance while we integrate these parts of ourselves, because once we heal, it opens up a whole new world. Once we have a recognition of our wounds and our triggers, then we can step forward in a whole new life and co-create the universe that we desire. So I'm pulling a Shaman's Dream Oracle card for you, and we're going to see what message the universe has for you, Fucus. And we thank our spirit guides, our ancestors, and our archangels for all the assistance bringing these messages to you. I love that we have a little team that is here to assist us during our ascension. And if you're going through something difficult, always know that you can just call in your spirit guides. They won't interject unless you specifically ask for their help. You know, we forget and we try to do things ourselves, and we try to do it through the mind and overanalyze situations, but really we need to surrender them to the universe, and we need to call in our spirit guide teams and have them help us through this experience. So let's see what we've got, Sagittarius. Let's see for you. Oh, bingo. We have got the Magician's Sword, having confidence in your magic. So very interesting. I look at this, and in tarot, swords are all about truth. It's about communication and thoughts, and that's kind of what we're talking about. We're talking about transmuting things in our lives and speaking our truth, becoming authentically ourselves, and then becoming confident in the fact that we're co-creators and we create our realities. So let's take a look at card number 37, the Magician's Sword. It reminds me of that movie I used to watch with my kids, Sword in the Stone. So when the Magician's Sword appears, you are called to cut the cords that bind you to old thought forms and beliefs, or to friends who are not true. With the power of the Magician's Sword, nothing can stop you. Power of the Magician's Sword, nothing can stop you, hurt you, or turn you away from the beauty you seek or the goal you desire with all your heart. Now, the sword is a tool, not a weapon, so make sure you wield it wisely and for the greater good. Find the stuck places where you are kept tethered to a toxic person, a particular location, a situation, or a faulty thought or belief, and let that blade do its magic. You have a large endowment of magic available to you when you believe in miracles, but don't look to the heavens to grant you a wish. Look within. Use the Magician's Sword to cut through limiting beliefs, and remember that all beliefs are limiting, and focus your intention in order to create what you wish. You have all the tools you need for the task at hand. You need only muster the wherewithal to deploy the resources you have. When the Magician's Sword appears, it is time to get moving. This is not a tool for temptation, for gazing at that finely polished edge. It is an instrument calling for decisive action. And remember, the sword is alive with a wisdom you can summon to help you find the best course of action. Do not hesitate, act. So what action can we take? What area of our lives do we need to fall back in love with? And that is falling in love with peace and calmness. That's removing people, places, and things out of our lives that are toxic that no longer resonate with us. Why, if we love ourselves and we have self-value, would we allow other people to come into our energetic field and diminish our light, to suck from our light? So the Magician's sword is reminding us that we are the co-creators. You have the power to yield this sword, but it doesn't happen for you. Like the universe says, you can call in and have your spirit guides assist you with whatever it is you're trying to transmute. But it does leave it up to us. It wants us to know that as a spiritual, energetic being, that the sword of truth is available to us, and it's asking us basically, and let's be blunt, we need to cut away all the bullshit in our lives. I've been in a process of ascension for 3 years, and I've had marriages, careers, friends, intimate relationships that are no longer in my life because they didn't resonate. Now, you don't have any ill will or hatred towards those people or those situations. You extend them light and love. They're at a particular part in their journey, and you have to allow them the space. So this isn't about, oh, I'm better and you're worse. It's that during the times where you're not at the same level, you're not on the same page, it's like forcing things together. And as we have moved into the fourth density energy, moving into the fifth, anybody we deal with that is in the third density, meaning that they have not awoken, that they do not understand that they're a spiritual, energetic being, having a human experience, and they're still controlled by the programs and the belief systems of this world of duality that we live in, it is going to be very difficult to see eye to eye with them and get along with them. You're going to feel like you're trying to have a conversation with somebody that just is not speaking the same language. But we have to be patient with ourselves. We have to be patient with others. And we can remove things out of our lives without doing it in a mean way. You know, being honest with someone, saying, you know, I'm at a point in my process where I don't think we're resonating. Send them light and love and let them have their own journey, because you are responsible for your own growth. You're responsible for your own self-awareness. And I really like this card, how, you know, it's kind of putting the responsibility on us and saying, you know, this isn't just some walk in the park. We came here with a mission. We came here with certain experiences that we wanted to have, and we have certain universal laws that follow us, certain universal laws that we abide by. But just like we don't want to hurt anybody and we don't want to inflict our wounds on somebody else in our lives, we cannot allow other people to inflict their wounds on us, because the universe says that they have to take personal responsibility for their own development. They have to be willing to look in self-reflection about the things that they experienced. And a lot of times, you know, we don't do this until we go through something major and traumatic in our life. You know, they call it a tower moment, where, you know, the shit hits the fan. If you haven't seen my video, Morning Java for the Soul, Has Your Life Gone to Shit? And maybe you're new to this and this all sounds woo-woo to you and you're like, what are you talking about? You might want to go check out that video, because it's just a couple first steps that I noticed when I started going through the ascension process. So what I'm doing with Sunshine for the Soul is just more or less relaying the information to others, my process, in hopes that you'll find something in it that will help you. You know, only take what resonates. Energy is fluid. Whenever you find this message, it's when you're meant to hear it. But the universe is saying to have confidence in your magic. Nothing can stop you. The beauty you seek. You know, we're to think of the sword as a magical tool rather than a weapon. You know, that Excalibur sword of the sword in the stone. You know, that's the blade of light when we yield it. It's a magical item that helps us cut back the thorns and the brambles so we can get to the truth of something. And we know that we can trust its power and the force of the blade. We are to be confident in our magic. We're supposed to be comfortable in our magic. It's a part of us. This is our energy. We have so much power inside of us that is waiting to be discovered. And really, all we need to do is pick up that magician's sword. Step into a world of magic and, really go find your power. Go use that sword. Go wield that sword and have confidence in your abilities. And Sagittarius, if this message resonated with you, smash that like button, share, comment, whatever it is that you want to energetically exchange. We appreciate that so much. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers so I can start going live. So if you can help me out in that endeavor and join this community, I so appreciate that. That's so awesome. And we will see you at your next reading, Sagittarians. Peace.